Hi, today I'm going to share with you 7 tips to buy a house. People buy a house or property for two main reasons. Either they are buying for own stay or for investment. Knowing the reason is important because it determines what kind of property you should get. People tend to make mistakes buying for the wrong reason and end up selling their house not long after the purchase, usually at a loss after factoring the transaction costs such as legal fees, agency fees, and so on. Besides, selling a house is difficult nowadays. Purchasers have a lot of choices. Just imagine how much you need to pay for the house installment while waiting for the buyer. For the second tips, if you buy for your own stay. If you buy a house for your own stay, your home should cater to you and your family needs foremost. When it comes to purchasing a property for your own stay, the most important consideration is having a safe and secure home that meets the needs of your family. That is the priority, far more important than how much your property will appreciate. Profits and your home's price appreciation will be your biggest concern. That is the priority, far more important than how much your property will appreciate. Although it is a bonus if your house have a good investment prospect. The third tips, if you buy for investment purpose. In contrast, when buying a rental property, your foremost objective is to go after profits. Generating rental income is your top concern. Therefore, you need to factor in all of your operating costs and keep them as low as possible to get a high return on investment. Among others, you should research the property, location, rental yield, future potential for rental and price appreciation, cashback period, expected annual return on investment. The fourth tips is to do research about the surroundings. Make sure amenities such as a police station, restaurants, and groceries are within reach. When it comes to buying a home for you and your family, you will most probably select an area near your workplace or a location with lots of good schools. This will save you costs on petrol, tolls, and also your precious time. Meanwhile, those on the lookout for buy-to-let properties will give a higher priority to homes near the city center or those within close proximity to public transport such as MRT stations. This is because such units are easier to rent out to locals as well as foreigners, who are willing to pay a higher rent just to slash their travel time and live closer to the liveliest part of the town. There's a case. Client bought a house in a location where the school is so far away. He didn't realize that. It was such a fuss. Later he need to travel extra 20 km every day to send his kids to school and to work. Besides that, consider the environment quality. Avoid buying property nearby factories or power station too. There are health risks attached. The fifth tips is to buy within your means. Purchasing a home can be the largest, most expensive undertaking you will face in your lifetime. Even though you are eligible to take up to 1 million loan to buy a house, it doesn't mean you can afford it. Review your monthly income and expenditures and cut unnecessary costs. When you spend less than you can afford, you have choices. When you overspend, you don't. From this, you'll get a picture how much you can allocate to serve the house installment. Choose a home that you will be happy living in for many years, not one that will stress you out with high mortgage payments. Tips number 6 is to avoid investing for short term. For investors alike, at the time of writing, there is an oversupply of property in the market. Developers are finding a hard time to clear their units Some shift their portfolios to focus more on affordable housing instead of high-end unit. Meanwhile, in sub-sale market, houses in certain areas drop to a rock-bottom figure. It takes gut, patience, and twice the research if you want to invest at the moment. If you buy, you will not reap the benefit within 1 or 2 years. It will not improve soon, but for the long-term investors and bargain hunters, there is a potential goldmine awaiting. My final tips here. There is no perfect house. Last, I want to stress that finding a perfect house is almost impossible. Be open-minded and don't set the expectation too high. It's okay to compromise certain features after you give careful thought. But always make the best choice. It all boils down to choices. Just remember to look beyond this year and even this decade when you make the choice. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you find this video helpful. See you in next video.